Schaum Red Book, Piano Lesson 6, starting on page 35 with number 25, The Movies. I'll start by playing it through. As I've kept going on about in previous lessons, you need to have this habit of joining the one hand when the other hand has repeated notes. So left hand has a repeated D. So no, it doesn't have to be. It only has to be one note that repeats in the one hand for this to be an issue, because basically, as long as there's even one note, you've still got to take your hand off to play the new chord. Now, actually, here, if you left a gap in the right hand, it would sound fine. I'm sure some people play it like that, but I just think getting the right habit is so important that I would encourage you to join the melody where possible. So it is possible here. So to enable that, you have to take the other hand off a bit early. Left hand off, left hand off, left hand off. So that's going to keep happening, but I will point it out just to reinforce it. Okay, number 26, At the Ice Cream Counter. And I'll point out yet again, here look, the right hand repeats. You need to consciously take the right hand off a bit early to keep the left hand joined up. Couple more points here. It's medium soft. I probably should have played it softer. You should do the suggested dynamics loud and soft, because it is a particular skill to play a piece soft as opposed to loud, softly as opposed to loudly. It is, in some ways, it's hard to play soft. So it's good to practice that skill. Make sure the notes are together in the right hand and obviously with the left. Listen out for that to make sure they're together. And here, make sure the right hand is louder than the left, because otherwise you'll hear too much of this. And that's just really an accompaniment. So the right hand needs to sing out. Right, we'll move on to number 27, The Picnic. This has B flats and E flats. We've got, let me see, yeah, we've got repeated notes in the right to start with, then we've got repeated notes in the left. So you need to be really careful here with the issue that keeps coming up, to join the hand which changes notes. Okay, so I'll play it through. tricky at the end. You've got to hold the left on and then join as it comes over to finish. Number 28, The Lifeguard. This is a good piece, good tune. Try and learn it so you can play quite fast and do the dynamics. Here we go. And then number 29, the steam iron, staccato study. So try and do the staccato notes as short as possible. Just drop your finger on, straight off again, as it suggests, as if, well, as the picture in the title suggests. If you accidentally touched an iron, you take your finger off again very fast. So we got. You want to make it as short as possible. Excuse me, I'm still sneezing. There's a contrast between the staccatos and then the faster bit at the end. So make the faster bit flow. And notice it changes a bit from line to line. And then just one smaller point. Notice at the end of the bar, the right hand comes off after the staccato, but the left hand is actually on for longer. Left hand still on. Only by a fraction, but if you're being perfectionist, you would leave the left on slightly longer. Okay, so I'll play the piece through. Make sure the hand with the tune plays a bit louder. This will probably come naturally for the first bit, but when it switches halfway through, make sure the left hand is louder. If you can. Right, that's the end of the lesson.